Hi everyone! Today I'm going to continue with my Pointe shoe series by showing you some of the shoes I've been in the past. So today I'm going to show you my very first Pointe shoe, which was the original Grishko 2007. So here is my very first Pointe shoe, my original Pointe shoe right here. So this is the Grishko 2007. This is a 4-2X in a Supersoft Shank. My feet have not grown because I started Pointe as a teenager. So my feet are relatively the same size. They have widened a little bit and gotten some bunions since I started, but this is the same size as the Nova that I'm wearing right now. The Shank is a super soft, so you can see me bend it. This is like, woo, mega soft. It's also very, very, very broken in. So my very first Pointe shoe, you can tell I got some good wear out of the platform. I did cut the satin off because it was falling off from all the wear I did with it. Some basic features of this shoe is the vamp, pretty medium, very similar to my Nova. The wing right here is really, really low. So that kind of makes it easier to control the shoe for a beginning Pointe dancer. You can see it's really low. Right in there is where the wing ends. Some other things about this shoe, the heel is higher cut, so it stays on my heel better. My heels and all of my foot is pretty narrow, so that helps it stay on a little bit better. And you can tell the shape of the box is pretty tapered. It kind of comes to this little triangular shape right here. So some of the things that worked really well for this shoe when I was a beginner were the low wing and the tapered box, because they allowed me to get up on the platform more easily when I was still a beginner and didn't have as much strength. So that low wing, again, makes it easier to get up on the box. That medium vamp was really good for me, and then the taper was good for keeping my toes in place, as my toes are pretty tapered. I also really like the high heel, high cut heel. I wish my Nova had a high cut heel because it does not. It has a low cut heel. So the main thing that made me decide that maybe I didn't want to dance in this shoe anymore was that the taper just felt a little bit severe, so that my big toe was kind of getting stuck in this crevice right here on the inside of the shoe, and it was hurting. So I didn't like that quite as much. Now that I'm a little more advanced and I have some bunions, I don't like the low wing quite as much because my little baby bunion, you can kind of see it on the outside of the shoe because the wing isn't quite as high. But this is a very, very okay shoe for me. I would give it probably a 7 out of 10 because it works pretty well. It's just a very, very acceptable, okay fit. So if I was in a pinch and needed a shoe for performance, I would be just fine with grabbing a regular 2007 and throwing that on, because that shoe is very compatible with my foot, even though it's not my favorite. So that is the 2007.